So was Bob Ross really painting the scene of a crime in his famous painting seen on the show The Joy of Painting? That's what we're going to look into today. There's a total conspiracy theory running rampant. I don't know if it's really running rampant right now, but it has been. That there's a theory, conspiracy theory, of course, that suggests that the serene and picturesque locations and landscapes that Bob Ross was painting were actually scenes of, I guess, his crimes. They're alleging that he was a serial K, that he was taking people out from the Earth plane, and then he was painting where he had left them or where the crime was committed. So we're going to see. Is there any truth to that, or is this just a bunk conspiracy theory? That's what we're going to look at. Of course, all alleged, not facts. It's for entertainment purposes only. It's my psychic download, snarky opinion, and all that jazz. And we're going to be using the great outdoors, because I thought, hey, he painted landscapes. Let's see. All right, so any truth to this conspiracy theory about Bob Ross? Was he a man out there taking people off the Earth plane? I don't know. Let's see. Let us see. Excuse the noise. Tearing up the street. 8 of Stones. Judgment. In the past. Wheel of Fortune. Magician. Okay. What the hell? I'm almost tending to believe there's some truth to this. I don't know. That's weird. Okay. Let's get out the magic wand. 8 of Stones. Constantly putting in work, doing these things, and being the judge and executioner, in a way. Judge, jury, and executioner. And smoke and mirrors of who he was pretending to be. Who we saw was not who we thought we saw. Because then we have the Ace of Swords down here. Like, yes, yes, yes. And this is interesting because with the 2 of Sticks, with 2 of Wands, looking into the future of like, well, that seems like a nice place to leave a body. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Hermit, where this is like, you wouldn't even know it about him. It's like on the down low. He's just painting happy trees and happy skies. And oh my gosh. Wow. Sorry, that made my voice like even weirder than normal. Okay. What about the paintings? Are the paintings actually places that are crime scenes? Was Bob Ross painting as crime scenes? I can't believe it. Let's see. Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ace of Sticks. Stop it. Yeah. He already scoped out the locations. What in the... Look at. There's like crime scene tape. I'm just all jittery now. Look at that. What? So when we saw that 2 of Wands before, he's scoping out places like, this will be a good spot. And yeah. Yeah, like, I would say that there was probably a list of locations that he had set up in advance, like, we're going to do a crime here, 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 here. Like, there's a list. He's like, yeah, this is good for the scenery, and, oh, I like the mountain peaks over here. Oh, this one's got a creek. Oh. Yeah. Yes. Did he paint the rocks around the place? Oops. I have to bleep that. Did he paint rocks at the scenes of the crime? Did he paint rocks at the scenes of the crime? I think he had some close calls. People might discover about him, but he didn't present that way in public, so people maybe if they said, oh my gosh, did I just see Bob Ross running away and on a bicycle or something? And be like, no, that's Bob Ross. Everyone knows him. He's such a kind, gentle soul with a perm, and he loves these baby squirrels that he puts in his pockets. Yeah, no. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So, what was his motive? Like, was it, you know, how some of these people, like, oh, well, I always hated the women of the night, so I had to take them off the face of the earth? Or was it, I don't like these people because they don't like paint? I don't know. Like, what's his motivation for doing this? Allegedly. For entertainment purposes only, not fact. This is a guy who's like, he flipping on a switch, man. This is like emotionally motivated. This is like to relieve some tension. I don't know if he had some type of trauma. I believe he was in the military, so I don't know if he had some type of PTSD or something. But this was like when he's getting to the edge of like, I can't take this anymore. Well, then someone's got to go. Someone's got to go. And then he sets his plan into motion. He sets his, it's almost like this is his therapy of like, well, I'm going to get to the point and I've got to release this. And the teapot's screaming. Got to get it going. Yes. So then he can continue to move forward, to do his life where he's painting happy trees and whatever else he's doing. Then there's something in this with the stories that he's telling when he's painting these on TV. Like he's like reliving the crime, telling the story to the audience. And then it kind of resets his dial until it starts bubbling up again. I know. Unbelievable. 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 But I'm not seeing like who, what. It was just like I gotta let off steam. Let's see if there's a profile, because is there a certain person he would go after? Because I was thinking we were gonna get like ladies of the night off the island. Yeah, there's that crime scene tape again on the Page of Cups. So younger people. Younger people. It's either like younger people or naive people. Like people who are like, oh, we're going for a hike in the woods, or oh, we're going to go camping for the first time. Like naive people that he could be like, oh, I can tell you're a first timer out here. Let me show you how it's done. And when he's there and they're not looking, he clobbers them over the head with a stick or rock or something. Yeah. And then he's just, there's this way that he's doing this. Yeah, they're just, dude, people, look at this. Then he's going to paint it later. He's either I think he's a clobberer. Is that a word? He likes to clobber people. That's what he likes to do to them. And it's almost like when he decides to be the, here with the King of Swords, when he decides to be the judge in this, there's some certain strategy. Like he's thought about this. He's thought about it, but not thought about it. Like there's multiple scenarios to each scene that he's at. So he shows up before, at some point, right? He had this whole list of his places he wants to paint. So he shows up beforehand. So he gets the like, okay, if you're in this situation, what are you going to do? Like a survivalist kind of thing. All right, what can you use to fend off against enemies? Okay, I can use this or that. Very ninja-like. But he's going against, like, he always wants to find the people who are, like, brand new to outdoors. They're just like, oh my gosh, I want to eat that flower. Don't eat it, you're gonna die. Glad thing I'm here to help you, you dummies. Stop it. I thought this reading was gonna be done. Like, no, not, no. Okay. Did anyone in his life, inner circle, did anyone have any idea that this was his, I guess, hobby or side job or whatever you want to call it? Did anyone in his inner circle have any idea about this? People, okay, so when he was doing it, no. In the past, before he was doing this, before he became perm hair Bob Ross, he did this somewhere before. So someone in his past had known about him doing that. Maybe they lost touch and they weren't friends anymore or in the same circles. But this was something he has done before in the past. Maybe in the military, I don't know, like, you're here doing some mission and he decides to take someone out just to take them out. And the other person's like, hey, what are you doing? They weren't like a threat. And he's like, well, they could have been. You don't know. And then they're going like, no, I'm pretty sure they weren't going to be a threat. You don't know. Oh my gosh. He would embellish his stories to tell whoever he was with, like, well, they were going to get you. I was saving you. You should be thankful. Why are you questioning me? Oh my gosh. Why are you questioning me? I just saved us all from an avalanche. Or whatever it is that they were involved in. Like, I'm solving problems for you. Hello? Be grateful. I'm Bob Ross. Let's see, is Bob Ross on the radar for unsolved crimes? I don't know. Is Bob Ross on the radar for unsolved crimes? Do some type of official people know somewhere something? Kind of, but not. I don't know. It's like kind of, but not. This would be a, like, there's some information that's come to them. They have gotten some information, but a lot of it's so disconnected they can't, like, you know, the picture of the guy where he has the cork board and there's the red strings tying all the different things together. They only got a string here and a string here and string here. Like, there's things, but you can't connect it all together. It doesn't lead to the full picture. So it's almost like they have an inkling. Okay, it's there. But are they going to get it to being able to pinpoint it back on him? No. Because it's like they keep trying, but it's too hard. It's too hard for them to get over the finish line, so they can't. Not as of yet. Oh my gosh. This is bonkers. Bonkers, I tell you. I just... I don't even know what else to... Let's see if we can get to, like, what really fueled that in him. Was it PTSD from being in the military? Was it trauma in childhood? Like, what fueled him to get to this point where this is how he sees he could let off steam? How does he get there? How does this happen? You wake up one day and you're like, yeah, it seems like a good career. Okay, so there's some type of revenge, permanent scarring in the past, and that's when the beast comes out. Reattachment, trying to put things back together. That's kind of, trying to put back the pieces. Look at this. I wonder if he did do this. Did he chop them all up? Felt like he clobbered them, but maybe he did chop them all up too. His fear. This is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Now, I'm not getting how this came to be, but there's that. It's his, okay, his shadow side, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That part of him just keeps popping up, and he can't help it, and he had to do it. A desire to kill him. Oh my God. His main obstacle. Rain. That's an interesting card for a bunch of spider rain coming down. Ugh. His obstacle is fighting this. His obstacle is fighting this for sure. Let's bring out the Mildred Payne, because I'm curious now of what this is. It's a permanent wound in his past that he's got to, now Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, he's constantly battling that and trying to make everything better. And I have to ask about, like, was he chopping people up? Okay. There's something that's always gnawing on his soul. Like, he just can't get rid of it. There's no amount of therapy. There's no drugs. There's no nothing that's going to get him to get rid of this part of him. In the past, I don't even know if he would know. Something happened and was just like, whoever the original normal good person he was supposed to be in the past, bing, something happened. Something happened quick. And it changed him forever, and then that was like this wall goes up, and that person is not around anymore. Usually it's like there's the Jekyll and Mr. Hyde protecting himself, putting up a wall. Nobody gets too close. In the future, oh God. Definitely likes the females. Wants to go after the females. That would play into the weaker ones. Overriding concern. This is a permanent growing problem, and he can see it, and he's trying to fix it. I don't know how he's putting this together. Like, it makes sense, or it's like, well, I'm doing what I can do. Look at there's his skull. He needs to have young people. He needs to take out the young people. Gosh, his fear with the twins. There's the two identities. They can't coexist. One can't take over because one's murderous, and so they have to, he's got to, like, take care of it real quick, like snuff it out for a minute and then get back to work for a period of time. The obsession is the shadow side. That's his secret side nobody knows about, and it's always tick-tock, get him, stop, when is that going to pop back up? His desire, driving ambition. We have the urn, and gosh, what is he doing to these people? This is like, he's doing something to these people beyond clobbering them on the head. And then it's like I close the door on. There's something like covering them up, hiding them after. So then it's done. Main obstacle. The permanent problem. He can't get rid of this side of him. He can't. He keeps trying to sweep it away, but it's like just who he is. There's two people to him, and he can't get it away. All right, so now we got to look into why construction. If I told you the whole thing about this construction road work out here, you see why I'm becoming a crotchety old Mrs. Kravitz. Okay, what did he do? Let's get the haunted mansion or haunted house tarot out. What did he do to these people? Because this is, I think he clobbers them. Somehow you can't find them. What's happening in between? I know, if you're a big Bob Ross fan, now you're like, how dare you? That's blasphemy. Welcome to my channel. Okay. All right. Okay, there's more than clobbering. The clobbering's the first thing. The next thing's dicing them up. He clobbers, he dices them up. Chop, 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 chop. Okay. And then, there's a grid made. Like, and the grid I'm shown is like, you know when there's an archaeological dig? The way that the pieces of the human that he's just sliced up, they're put into a specific grid pattern. Like, I don't know what that matches. There's a visual he has in his mind, but there's a grid pattern where he puts the body parts. So if he ever wanted to go back, he could find them. Like it's like 10 steps from this. Now, when you go there, you're going to have one piece here. You're going to move 3 steps to the right, 2 steps up, and here's the next piece. And then you're going to move 3 steps to the right and 2 steps up for the next piece. Like there's a grid in which he places the different parts. There's a strategy. It's his strategy, how he gets this done. He knows how he's going to get it done. He's got it. Okay, and so then this is also like there's part of this grid thing where he chops them up and he places them in specific spots. It's a burden to him because it just feels like there's some OCD. There's a numeric pattern in him, like this number combo that he just constantly replays in his mind. I don't know what that number is, but it's significant to him. Like it's a number that was given to him, like phone number, maybe, I don't know if, do you get a number in the military? I'd assume, like a student ID. Like there's a number like that. There's a certain number that he uses to be a part of this. So clobber, chop, 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 put here, put here, put here in this certain thing. And it has to be like according to this number, whatever it is. And then it's like, the anxiety, the disease, dis-ease, like the the uncomfortableness or whatever is then relieved because I've done these things. And now I can go and paint about it and put the lid to the rest of that. Oh my goodness. You tell me what you think. Am I completely bonkers? I don't think so. I don't think so. That was bonkers. That was bonkers. But you tell me what you think. So until next time, adios.